When the most vulnerable among us are at risk, usually children, the public mobilizes. At 4 p.m. on March 9, 2012, West Valley City Police issued an Amber Alert for a 10-year-old girl taken from her elementary school. Following established protocols, key partners, including the media, swung into action.
Police have issued an Amber Alert for a 10-year-old girl abducted from her West Valley Elementary School in Utah this afternoon.
With just a few keystrokes, an immediate message was sent out to digital billboards along the I-15 corridor and throughout Utah. Even as the abductor sped away, motorists were alerted in real time. In this case, the abductor was the girl's mother, who herself saw the Amber Alert posted on digital billboards and soon contacted authorities. By 2 a.m. Saturday morning, the young girl was united with her father and stepmother for a happy ending to a traumatic experience. Once again, billboards proved to be an important medium that provides significant benefits to the public, including helping to protect the most vulnerable. The results in this instance may not have turned out as well without the benefit of today's digital technology. But that's just one advantage of this cool new informational tool whose main purpose is to deliver news and advertising and drive traffic to local businesses. Because of the low cost and ability to quickly change copy, even the little guy can get his message out and realize success.
My name is Todd Sella. I'm the owner of a small basement finishing company called Finish for 14. And about a year ago, we started advertising with Yesco on a 10-second spot on the I-15 corridor. And over the last year, we've been able to add 14 new employees. Our revenues are up 200%, and we're booked up for a month and a half.
Billboards were born out of necessity to quickly convey eye-pleasing messages. As this time-honored medium of expression has evolved, it has provided jobs and satisfying careers for thousands. In Utah, more than 1,000 individuals are employed in the outdoor advertising industry. From manufacturing to installation, sales, and administration, it's a small business success story. In fact, about 90% of all billboards in Utah are owned by 4 Utah families who for generations have taken great pride in their industry and generously participated in community service. A new innovation is Yesco's digital design and assembly plant in Cache Valley, employing more than 400 individuals. The plant was moved there from Las Vegas, Nevada, in search of a skilled labor force and demonstrates Yesco's commitment to Utah. There, workers design and build digital signage for customers throughout North America, one of only 3 American manufacturers involved in this highly competitive industry. In Utah, digital signage has been around for about 20 years. It's not new. The earliest uses were for on-premise signs. Now, these are signs that advertise what's happening right there, right where the signs are located. Examples are credit unions, car dealerships, and fast food restaurants. They almost always use animated messages, sometimes even full video due to their limited size and placement. Digital billboards are much different. They were first introduced in Salt Lake City in 2003. Digital billboards do not include moving messages. Instead, advertisers receive a static, 8-second message, which is a self-imposed industry standard based on research by the Federal Highway Department. What about brightness? In conjunction with extensive research, brightness standards have been scientifically determined as well, and all of Utah's digital billboards are equipped to dim as night falls. And how about safety? This concern has been thoroughly studied. A study of over 500 million cars passing by electronic billboards in 6 cities showed no significant statistical relationship between electronic billboards and traffic accidents. Digital billboards are not meant to distract, but rather are scientifically designed to communicate effectively. By the way, less than 1% of static billboards in Utah have been upgraded to this newest innovation, with locations limited to high-traffic industrial and commercial areas. As you know, billboards are highly regulated, subject to federal and state statutes and local ordinances. Perhaps the most well-known billboard regulation is the 1965 Highway Beautification Act, championed by Lady Bird Johnson. In a nutshell, the HBA and ensuing modifications have sought to contain billboards primarily to urban, commercial, and industrial areas and away from scenic vistas. The Highway Beautification Act did not seek to ban billboards entirely, which is widely misunderstood. However, the act has resulted in standardized sizes and placement of signs and has reduced the number of billboards nationally from 800,000 to about 400,000 today. And importantly for us as an industry, studies have continued to show over a 30-year period that public opinion has remained consistent. The public sees tremendous value in billboards. We think Mrs. Johnson would be pleased with her efforts and others all these years later. Significantly, a substantial majority of Americans would not favor a ban on digital billboards because they value the information they provide. It does remain a concern, however, that Utah planning departments and city officials work to oppose digital billboards despite very little concern or public clamor. Rarely in the past few years of public hearings on state or local legislation has there been any public comment in opposition to digital billboards. It really is a non-issue for the public. In fact, the public overwhelmingly believes the availability of digital billboards to post emergency messages is an important public service benefit. In Utah, 8% of all message time is typically reserved for community and public service messages, which again can be added or updated by the stroke of a few computer keys. Also, there is no evidence based on public opinion that digital billboards need to be regulated any differently than traditional billboards.